Richard from the RCNetwork.com, and today we're going to be unboxing a couple of new Dromida vehicles, actually running one of these things too. So stay tuned. In this video, you're going to see one of these guys run out on the pavement. So right here we have the two new on-road Dromidas. Now I opted for the brushless version, of course. I think whenever you can get the brushless version, it's typically worth it dollar-wise because you spend a little bit less than if you were to upgrade down the line, which 90% of us end up upgrading anyway. So I think the best bang for the buck is to go ahead and opt for the brushless version. Now, of course, on the far left here, we have the touring car, and right here we have the rally car. So slightly different variations of the two. However, underneath the chassis, they're almost identical. So in this unboxing, we're gonna take a look at what you get inside the box, and we're gonna take one of these guys out and run this thing. All right, so quick look around the box here. Of course, we're going to focus on the touring car right here. 30 plus mile per hour out of the box. Now, keep in mind, this is a 1/18th scale four-wheel drive touring car. This is a full ready to run, super high grip tires, low CG suspension, authentic race car looks. Right here, some of the features or icons we have, it is brushless, 30 plus miles per hour. It is waterproof. So yes, you can take this thing in waterproof climates, unlike Southern California. 2.4 gigahertz radio, full RTR, so everything is in the box. Double A's, battery, charger, everything you need on day one. Four-wheel drive, which is nice. It's nice and easy to drive. It is LiPo compatible, so if you want to buy a LiPo battery down the line, Dromida has those available for you, and all batteries are included inside the box. All right, so inside the box, of course, you get the touring car right here. We'll go over that a little bit later, but right here is the 2.4 gigahertz radio. Pretty decent control right out of the box. I mean, considering the price point of this vehicle, but you get everything you'd want in an RTR. Throttle trim, steering trim, a decent wheel that has kind of like a faux disc rotor setup in here. Throttle feels nice, and underside here you have throttle dual rate, steering dual rate, reversing, and on-off switch. Other items include a full wall charger with all of the different countries' plug adapters. You do have 4 AA batteries and an owner's manual that is basically 2 sheets of paper back and front that gives you everything you'd want to know about your new touring car. All right, well, here it is. This is the touring car. I mean, I've zoomed in the camera, so this thing definitely fills up the screen now, but it is pretty small. I mean, overall, this thing is right in the 1/18th scale of vehicles. Lengthwise here, we're looking at right about 10.5 inches. Width-wise, we're right at 5 inches overall. So great size of car, especially if you want to run this indoors. This can definitely handle outdoors as well. I love the body design of it. Kind of has that kind of Lexus-ish looking type of body, although it is not licensed. So body's pretty decent. It comes with 4 body pins to hold it on, but has some nice styling, including the little bolted on wing back here, and the rear of it looks very kind of Audi-esque, almost like an Audi TT. And then down here, so very nice overall. I mean, it looks cool. Now the color does signify whether it's brushed or brushless. I believe the light blue here is the brushless version. So here is the chassis. This thing is pretty small, and you know, of course, you see the bright blue long can of that brushless motor. So it is a 5300 kV motor, pretty long for the size of can it is. You have a little waterproof on-off switch right there. The brushless ESC right here, 25 amp rated. It's called the BE18. So far side up here is the receiver that is called the RX18, waterproof as well. I know in some of the brushed versions, these are combined into one unit, I believe. So right down here is the micro-sized servo. Not really any branding on it except for DS100, it looks like it states. There is a proprietary plug right here for this, and going up to the battery. Go on the flip side over here, it's a look at the 7.2 volt. It is a 1300 milliamp battery. Right here is a look at the wheels and tires. Has that kind of brushed nickel or that satin look to it. And then the tires seem to be very grippy. I mean, a nice little tread pattern, and then the compound is pretty nice. So looks like we're riding on suspension there. Not sure if there's oil in there. It doesn't feel like there's oil in it. Right now it just feels sprung. So we do have turnbuckles. The camber is adjustable to a certain degree. However, the steering links is not. So toe out is not an option. Right here in the rear, same design. So your camber is adjustable to a certain degree, and then suspension. Looks like we have dialed shocks, so no more shock clips that we've seen on some previous Dromida vehicles. It is a four-wheel drive system, so you have a center shaft drive, some type of slipper clutch back here. I'm gonna have to investigate that, but we do have a spur gear cover covering the entire shroud right there to keep dirt and rocks and debris out of that thing. Underside right here is a nice slim design, and you know, nothing's going to get through this chassis, which is nice. And if you look at the overall CG of this thing, it's super low, which is what you definitely want in an on-road car. So now taking a look at the rally version of this. Now I did pick up the brushless version of the rally car as well. You're seeing a definite height difference in this, and the rest of this portion of the video, I'm just going to show the differences between the rally car right here and the touring car that we just took a look at. So right here, obviously the body is quite different, a little bit higher stance to it, has a higher body mount in the rear, but still nice styling overall, and it has that huge kind of wing right here for the rally car, so it has the right look to it. So it has that kind of Ford Fiesta type look to it. So as far as the chassis, it is all based on the same chassis. Like I said, this is the brushless version, so we have all the same brushless electronics, all waterproof. The main differences between this chassis and the touring is obviously the height of this rear body mount tower, and definitely the compound and the surface of the actual tires right here, the tread. This has definitely a more rally inspired type of tread. All right, well, enough talking about these vehicles. Let's get that touring car charged up and out on the road.